Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading number 739. Before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. My current goal is 500 subscribers. The current milestone I'm trying to reach is 200 subscribers, so if you do decide to subscribe and support my channel, thank you very much. So right now, I personally feel that I'm in a very interesting energy, an interesting headspace, because I feel like I'm really being challenged at this point in my life, and I feel like maybe it's helping me open my mind up more. Someone else could relate to that. Interpreting the number 739. The number 7 is about learning, growing, healing, expanding your consciousness, things coming up from your subconscious that you didn't know, but maybe still thought or felt or were passionate about anyway. Maybe someone here feels called here to learn deeper, to gain deeper wisdom about themselves specifically. I feel like gaining a deeper understanding of yourself is going to help you gain a deeper understanding of those around you and the universe as well, if you want to get more and more spiritual. Like, I'm thinking like energy, light, for some reason stardust is coming to mind. I'm getting like a spacey energy, thinking of that word headspace. Someone here might feel called to use that app. I personally have been feeling called to use meditation more because it's very soothing when you are really struggling. So I recommend it for anyone who is going through some particularly uncomfortable and challenging feelings, thoughts, or outside circumstances. The number 3 is about healing, communicating, expressing yourself, even if it's about communicating and expressing yourself to yourself. Maybe there needs to be more of a connection with yourself, spending more time with yourself, especially in a state of reflection. So it makes sense that meditation would come through. I haven't felt meditation type of energy in a while. I think meditations can be very helpful, but as someone with ADHD, it is extremely hard to imagine myself sitting still long enough, you know? I mean, I think over time it could work for me. Maybe it could work for somebody watching this. But I mean, at the very least, I do think meditating for you will help you be in a reflective state to help you heal and process and learn. Whatever you learn about yourself, you can somehow apply that to people outside of you. The number 9 is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. If you feel called to a sense, or like if you feel led by a sense of purpose, trust that. And if you don't, you should. There should be meaning and reason behind the choices that you make, the actions that you take. It's making me think of that Hannah Montana theme song, "Life's What You Make It." And now I'm thinking about someone else. I'm thinking of like that, like how some people believe that you create your own luck. I'm one of those people. At least to some degree. Maybe it's time to truly recognize, wow, how actually powerful you are. Maybe that's where you're going to find your sense of purpose. No matter what you do in life, no matter where you feel called, even if you don't feel called to be a leader, you can still be the change that you wish to see and help lead. Someone here might feel called to be like a role model or a good role model. Like maybe you need to think about the decisions that you make and how your children look at them, or how maybe a younger sibling would look at them, or something like that. It doesn't have to resonate that specifically, but something like that. I think reflecting and learning and healing and really connecting with yourself on a deeply spiritual level is going to give you a lot of the answers and direction that you need. Adding up these numbers, 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 9 is 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. There's 2 messages. 10 on its own, for me, is a sign that your spirit guides are present with you right now while you're watching this reading. I think they want you to know that they want to help you. They want to support you. Especially your ancestors, and you're struggling with stability or family relationships. Then in the number 10, 1 plus 0 is 1, which is a sign to trust yourself, and for me to trust myself. This message is meant for somebody in particular. It feels like on some level, in some way. You can trust yourself to know what to learn, what kind of a difference you feel called to make. You just got to give yourself the space and the time to reflect, maybe to breathe and relax and process. I feel like that's really, really important for somebody, and I just got a vision of the take time out card from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle. So someone's ancestors are coming through and encouraging them to rest more. There needs to be more of a balance potentially between work and play. It's given me Queen of Wands type of energy, but in reverse, where you feel all over the place because your sense of trust in yourself is grounded outside of yourself rather than from within. Maybe it's important that you take a deeper look at that. I'm going to start wrapping up this reading by drawing out a couple of cards from these index cards, which I wrote things on myself, if you didn't already know. Like usual, we're going to use these to take a look at your current situation, what the universe and your spirit guides want to address, and what messages or guidance or support there is for you. So, I have mental health institutions. If you hear that in the background, don't mind, it's just a TV. I really need to focus on my personal growth. So this is a very clear message or sign for someone here about their mental health, but there's also a more spiritual, mysterious side to this. Like, a certain observation that I've made is there's 2 types of people that end up locked up. People who struggle mentally, or criminals, prisoners. And I believe that both, based on my own experience, both of these types of people are expressing their shadow, but in different ways. People who struggle with mental health, they go more inward. With, I feel like when people end up in prisons, that's because they express it more outwardly. Frustrations are more outward for some people, and they're more inward for some people. And if we don't get a hold of those frustrations, We're going to end up in a physical prison because of our own mental prison. And a mental prison can show up as a physical prison in many different ways. There's a feeling of feeling trapped, helpless, lost, and like there's not a way out. I just got frustrated because there was an ad on this meditation thing that I was listening to. Nothing more frustrating than an ad on a meditation video. I mean, I get it, but at least like at the beginning or the end, not in the middle. Maybe that's just a tip for someone if you do decide to look for meditations on the internet. Make sure they don't have ads to save you some frustration. But I kind of forgot what I was talking about, but I know that I wanted to say that a mental prison can show up as a physical prison in many different ways. It's a feeling on the inside of feeling trapped that manifests an environment that feels like you're caged in, like there's no way out, but there is a way out, inside and out. You can find the answers that you need. Maybe there's something here about a promised land for someone. That's a little specific, so it's hard to get specific with it without this being one-on-one. But I think it's clear here that the guidance is to focus on your personal growth mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to really maybe make a formal commitment to your growth, your healing, your learning, your spiritual journey, discovery, curiosities, experience. And, don't be afraid to take things slow either. Just take your time to take care of yourself. It's okay to slow down, to do less. It's okay to listen to your needs. You should. I just saw 222, which is a sign of balance. So maybe there's some sort of need here that you have that you're not putting enough focus into that you should be. You need to shift your focus away from desire to need to ultimately get to what you desire. Someone here might need to change their focus, or this could just be confirmation for you that you are on the right path and focused on the right things. If you are prioritizing your mental health and just your health your health overall, especially because I just got the energy of the whole self health ancestor spirit oracle card. Someone's ancestors want them to focus on their health on every level, inside out, just because I feel like not only is taking care of yourself physically going to benefit you, it's also going to teach yourself how to love yourself more in the way that you have always deserved. Especially if you have some inner child wounds here. Focus on personal growth, listen to your needs. Yeah, follow growth and be wise with your choices and what you choose to invest in, because it should be in you. And I just saw 333. 111 could be significant too, because the number 123. Number 3, yeah, you're being really called to trust yourself when it comes to healing and where that might lead you. You don't have to know that where exactly you're going to go, that it's going to lead you to a good place. So you can trust that for sure.